Hey honeys, I'm back again, and on today's menu we've got rice and peas Jamaican style with sticky barbecue ribs and a side salad. So first of all, let's see the salad. We've got our butterhead salad, cherry tomatoes, a bit of lemon, sweet pepper, sweet corn, avocado. And for the rice and peas, we've got pure basmati original rice. We've got some coconut milk, margarine, butter, and the main ingredients, which is the peas, and also a little bit of spring onion to go into the rice. For sticky barbecue ribs, I've got the meat, which you can see that I've pre-washed, so it's nice and clean. And then we've got all of our seasoning here. So I've got some mixed herbs, some spring onions, some Scotch bonnet pepper, onions, garlic powder, jerk seasoning, seasonal, barbecue sauce, some ketchup, and all of that is going to make this nice sticky barbecue ribs. To begin the process, I've got this serving spoon here, which I'll be using as my measuring spoon. So I'm going to be adding 2 serving spoon worth of peas to my rice and peas. This is because I'm going to be using 2 bowls of rice to make my rice and peas, just to get the ratio correct. I'll now be washing the peas, and I'll be putting it into a pot, which is about 1/3 water. Here's some peas that have been soaking for the last 4 to 5 hours, which I'll be using for today's cooking. I've pre-soaked it because I'm using fresh peas, and just to soften it up a bit, I've soaked it for 4 to 5 hours. If you need to do easy cooking, there's also tin peas that's available, which is already pre-cooked and soft and is ready to go into the mix straight away. So my peas is now washed. I'm just going to add it to the pot, you can see, and then I'll be just putting the lid on, and I'll be leaving it to boil for 20 minutes on a high heat. It's been boiled for 20 minutes. We're going to start off marinating our sticky barbecue ribs. So as you can see, I'll pre-wash my meat. These are all my ingredients that I'll be using in there today. So I'm just going to cut up some onions, some fresh onions. So I'm using half of an onion for the process, so I've already cut the onion in half. Then I'm just gonna open it over into the meat. Okay, I'm now gonna cut up some garlic cloves, which these are fresh garlic. I'm using 3 garlic cloves to add to the process. All my ingredients have been pre-washed, so it's nice and clean, guys. I'll be cutting up some spring onions, so I'm just using 1 whole spring onion here. So just chopping it all in to add to the process. I'm just going to be adding it into the bowl. Okay, I'm going to be using a sweet pepper. That's my next ingredient. I'm just going to use half of it. So I'm just cutting it out. This is just to marinate, so you get a lot of different flavors coming through into the mix. Half of a Scotch bonnet pepper, as it can be really spicy, so I'm just going to use this much. Some jerk seasoning, so I'm just going to add about 2 teaspoons of this into the mix. I'm also going to be adding some seasonal. That's just going to season all of my meat. You can season it as you wish and put the amount as you wish. I'm also going to be putting on some mixed herbs into it. And also a teaspoon of garlic powder. Now I'm just going to mix in all the ingredients. This bit is going to get a little bit messy, guys, so I've pre-washed my hands. Now I'm just going to mix in all the seasoning so that it can get into the meat. Just turning it in. Now that the meat is fully seasoned, I'm just going to leave it for about 5 minutes to marinate, and then we can start to put it on the baking tray. So it's been 20 minutes, guys, since the peas has been boiling. I'm just going to put in the coconut milk into it. Be very careful because you're adding it into boiling water. Just pouring it all in. That looks very good. And And I'm also going to be adding half of stick of butter. So I'm just literally going to cut half of it, and then I'll just be placing it in there. Okay, I'm just gonna add another 2 cups or 2 bowls of water to it, just for it to cook. Now I'm just gonna mix in all the ingredients so far that's been added, and I'm going to leave it to boil for another 20 to 25 minutes. Okay guys, so I've been marinating the ribs for the last 5 minutes. I'm now going to place it onto a baking tray, and it's going to be going into the oven. I've already preheated the oven at 180 degrees, and it's going to be nice and hot for the meat. So before we start, I'm just going to glaze the foil paper with some olive oil. Just going to place them on gently. So now I'm just going to be placing it into the oven, and I'm going to leave it to cook for about half an hour. So these are all the ingredients we're going to be using in our salad today. So I'm just going to be pouring in the salad mix. Just going to give it a quick wash. Now I'm just going to add all my other ingredients. Some sweet corn. I dice my plum tomatoes. I've also chopped some sweet peppers, which I did very thinly so that you can just taste nice and crunchy. I've got some chives, some fresh avocado, which I've already pre-cut. Just a half a lemon to give it that zesty taste. I'm going to pour some olive oil all over, and a little bit of cider vinegar, which is my favorite. Now I'm just going to mix all the ingredients together. Just literally stir it all in. See all that colors, all that flavor, all that goodness coming together, and that is my side salad for today. The peas has been boiling for the last 25 minutes. I gave it an extra 5 minutes, so that's in total 30 minutes. And I've pre-washed my rice, which I'm now going to be adding to the mix. Be very careful, because you are pouring it into a pot of boiling water, so just be very careful when putting it in. And I will now be adding my second bowl. I've also got just a tiny bit of spring onion that I'll be adding to it as well, just to give it that extra flavor. And I'll also be adding just a little drop of final stir, just so that all the ingredients can be blended in. I'll now be putting the lid back on and leaving it to cook for another 20 minutes or so on a low heat. So I'll be turning the heat down. For my sauce, my sticky barbecue sauce, I'm going to be adding some ketchup, some barbecue sauce, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. This is actually brown. I'll just be mixing in all the ingredients. This is what I'm going to use to glaze the ribs. So I've just removed my ribs from the oven. I'm ready to glaze it. So it's been cooking for the last half an hour or so. So I'm just going to start glazing it by just literally pouring the sauce that I've made earlier all over the meat. So all done. I'm just going to place it back in the oven for another 10 to 15 minutes, just so that the glaze can go sticky. Guys, so this is the end result. As you can see, the barbecue ribs is nice and sticky. I've also got my rice and peas. Okay, all that steam there. And my side salad. I will give you another view once it's all been plated and ready for serving. Hey honey, so here's the end result. Jamaican style rice and peas with sticky barbecue ribs, and a side of homemade salad. I've also added a tall glass of juice just to wash it down, as you can see. Bon appetit. Happy Sunday, guys. Thank you guys for watching my channel today. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, where I'll be dropping some more videos soon. Thank you.